Alrighty, the reason why I'm capturing it is this is well beyond what is the legal threshold proving targeting by the government. It's because I'm going to make sure that everyone understands that the entity is not only engaged in targeting me, they've been so for in concert with the demon-possessed people of the state. They're touching me with light, that's impulsive light activity, and they're doing so while they have been engaged in repeatedly kidnapping. I'm not only proving targeting, the entity is going to federal prison while they've been engaged in targeting, and the airport is engaged in every kidnapping that the Ontario Police Department committed. They've been monitoring. These are psychopaths that engage in psychopathic pacing. While they are invigorated, they are enthusiastic, they are engaging in a ritual pacing all around me while the entity does things like put handcuffs on me while they're monitoring and kidnapping me and taking me to jail. The demons engage in celebratory conduct when they behave as animals. It's occurring in the engineered environment while they're pacing all around monitoring. The Ontario International Airport that has no flights taking off from Terminal 2 to Terminal 4. The Ontario Airport that's stalking me now that I'm on what is the the north side of the same Ontario, downtown Ontario luxury apartments. This is what they're doing flying over the Ontario Town Square, and you're looking at what is psychopathic pacing. This is P.O.C. This is the entity that is engaged in criminal surveillance in violation of Title 18. The people of the state regarding the policy of federal group stalking and monitoring, i.e. gang stalking. They are going to federal prison where they are sharing in the elements of monitoring, light activity, audible activity, relevant positioning with the police, as I've documented the people of the state engaging in, like this. And the entities engaging in what is conspicuously stalking by the police, like with helicopter, for example, they're going to prison. The entity that's engaging in what is kidnapping, the gang stalking pilots that are sharing in kidnapping while they're monitoring, while you're being molested with light, while the kidnappers themselves are engaged in that pattern of conduct. And it's centered on the police because those are the ones that get you into the system while they're keeping you under surveillance, and then they defame your character. That is to frame you for the circumstance for murder and kidnapping. This is an entity stalking you and then kidnapping you. That's impossible light moving all across the trees. This is a demon over here. This is a psychopath. Okay, I'm going to show you what are the demon possessed that are monitoring with the Ontario police who are stalking. License EB57F46. This is the same molestation that they're doing at the Ontario Town Square. The demons that are stalking me on the opposite side of this apartment building where there's no planes or takeoffs, these are cycles. That's not their headlights. This is a demon possessed person. You're being monitored. The Ontario police are being disbanded because they incentivize this violence. These are the demons that murder you, and the police then claim that they don't know who did it and they're investigating it. These are the demons that are going to mental asylums. Stalking with light is certifiable conduct. This is a psychopath and a sex offender. License EB57 Frank 46, and ARCO is going to be prosecuted for it as well. This is P.O.C. Yeah, this is P.O.C. The entity's going to federal prison. That's the people of the state that the police claim are calling them, making malicious assertions, and they're stalking together. Criminal summoning is an act of terrorism, and they're going to prison. That's the pattern of conduct, and that's what the airport is stalking me with. That's what the police are stalking me with. That absurd level of mental illness occurring under what is clear evidence of targeting a fake environment, a demonic environment, in other words. That's P.O.C. It is currently 11:45 p.m. So you're just looking at Google Maps. The entity is stalking as I'm at the Ontario Town Square, moving as I move up and down Euclid Avenue. That was the Bethel congregation. I was at Chevron. The entity is stalking in the parking lot. I'm on the opposite side of this apartment. They're flying over the town square. I'm under the amphitheater. They're flying over the Metro 102. That's the airport that's stalking. This is a case that's already proven. This is the mental illness regarding what are terrorists that are homegrown, terrorists that are going to be prosecuted in the United States. P.O.C. Those are stalkers. They just drove onto the property to engage in what is a molestation. My shadow appeared on the trees behind me. That has nothing to do with headlights. And this is an entity that's providing evidence against the people of the state who are going to prison. They're getting deported. They're losing their kids. They're a threat to children while they're engaging in gang stalking. Oh yeah, they're having sex with children. They're murdering children. They're trafficking children. They're giving birth to children to engage in sex acts with them. That's what the demon possessed that are gang stalking do. They kidnap them, they move them all around the world in different countries, and like I'm showing in the United States, they gang stalk them. And the entity is doing so. The Ontario International Airport is exhibiting severe mental instability, a threat to the country. It's going to be shut down. While it's engaging in impunity now, the same impunity is going to be used to shut down that airport permanently. This is P.O.C. It is currently 11:46 p.m. and there's no coincidence that this is the same area where the police are stalking. Driving is never going to cause my shadow to appear projected on any trees. And also, you're talking about the light activity. The previous video where my shadow's appearing on this curb over here, they're all stalking. This is surveillance. And these are demon-possessed people. These are serial killers and pedophiles. These are stalkers, and they're engaged in 24-hour surveillance in the United States. They are monitoring you. This is P.O.C.